What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jackson. In this video, I'm going to go through all of Chase's business credit cards. If you're looking for personal credit cards, I have already covered this topic. I will leave a link for that down below. But since there's only about 7 Chase business cards, I'll be going through these in a little bit more depth compared to the personal side. The first card on the list is the Chase World of Hyatt business card, and this is a fairly new card that was just released about a week ago here in the United States. It does have a $199 annual fee. However, you do get some pretty good credits for that. So to start off, you're going to get 75,000 bonus points for signing up for this card and spending $7,500 in your first 3 months. You're also going to get 9 points back when you stay at Hyatt properties, which I value Hyatt points as somewhere around 1.5 to 4 cents per point. So that's a pretty good redemption on your spend. You will also get 2 points back on up to 4 rotating categories. So between dining, shipping, airline tickets, local transit, commuting, social media, car rental agencies, gas stations, and internet, whichever one per quarter is your highest 3, then you will get 2% back in points on that spend. Which again, if you're valuing Hyatt points at 2 cents per point, getting 4% back on those is not that bad of a deal. This card does have no annual fee, and you will get a $100 Hyatt credit split into 2 credits, so you can only use one at a time, and you'll get $100 worth of that then will be deducted from the annual fee, so $50 each time. And you will get Discoverist status with this, which doesn't really get you a whole lot, and then if you spend $50,000 on this card, you will get a 10% bonus. This card does have all of the other protections that you would expect with return protection and travel protections, which are pretty good and in line with Chase's policies for a lot of their premium cards. But I think you really have to ask yourself that, does this really move the needle? The effective annual fee is going to be about $99. And if you're going to be someone that's going to be staying at Hyatt properties a lot, this does make sense, but there are other cards that even are in the Hyatt ecosystem that may make more sense, like the Chase Sapphire Reserve is in the Chase ecosystem. So would it be easier just to get points a different way and then transfer them to Hyatt? It gives you more options. So because of that, I think this card is between B and C. I'm going to put it in B because we don't really know what the retention offers are like or how easy they are to get. So maybe in the future, I'll modify this as time goes on. The next card on the list is the Inc. Business Credit Card, and you get $750 back when you spend $7,500 or more. You can see Chase Business Cards usually have a pretty high spend in order to get the bonus because they want to make sure that you actually have a legitimate business when you are applying for these cards. And this card just gets you 1.5% cash back, which are actually UR points, on all of your spend. So pretty good point value there. The reason they do this is because that you can choose to redeem these for cash, or you can choose to use these for points for transfer partners if you have other cards that I'll mention on later on. But I think getting 1.5% cash back on all of your purchases is pretty good, especially if you can max out a lot of these categories with UR points and transfer these to partners rather than just taking 1.5%. This card does have no annual fee, so you don't have to expect to pay anything for it. So I think this is a pretty good card, and if you can utilize the other credit cards and transfer these out, and you're getting more than 1.5%, I think it makes sense. I am going to put it in B just because I think there's better cards out there, like with American Express, that could get you more points, but your mileage may vary. Okay, the next card on the list is the Inc. Business Cash Card. This gets you $750 back when you spend $7,500 or more, which is just like the previous offer. What's cool about this is it gets you 5% back on business categories. Well, what are business categories? Business categories are being defined as office supply stores, internet, cable, and phone services each year, and you could spend up to $25,000 and get 5 UR points back per dollar. You also get 2% back on your first $25,000 at gas stations and restaurants. Like usual, there's no annual fee with these Chase cards that don't have credits, so I think this is a pretty good value. I think I'm actually going to put this in A tier because I think if you're going to be having a business, you're probably going to be having business spend. And a lot of these categories are pretty easy to hit for people with spending large transactions. So the 25,000 points is pretty low. So I would expect probably maybe someone to pick up multiples of these cards to be able to spend and get some more bonuses. But as usual, your mileage may vary. Do what makes the most sense for you. Next card is the Inc. Business Preferred Card, and this gets you 100,000 points for spending $15,000 in 3 months. That's around $1,200 that you can use for the UR portal if you want to go and travel somewhere. You get 3 points back per dollar spent on the first $150,000. So that's on shipping, advertising, internet, cable, phone services, and travel. What makes this card really good is that you can use your UR points, transfer other cards to this, and then they do get a multiplier if you choose to use them for things like travel or pay yourself back. And that's going to be at 1.25 cents per point, so you can always lock in that rate. So effectively, that 5% cashback card you were getting is now going to be worth even more points. This card does have a $95 annual fee, and there are no transaction fees. I think this card is really good if you do have a lot of spend, and because you can be able to transfer points out to other partners as well. So if you want to use those points for Hyatt or to other airlines, I think this card does make a lot of sense for some people, so I'm going to put this in the A tier. Next card on the list is the Southwest Rapid Rewards Performance Business Credit Card. And I think this card is good, but I just don't really see the value of it unless you fly Southwest a lot. You get 80,000 points for spending $5,000 in your first 3 months. You get 3x back on Southwest purchases and 2x back on social media and search engine advertising, internet, cable, and phone services. Every year you'll get a 9,000 point anniversary gift for renewing your card. And then you'll get upgraded boardings when available, and then in-flight Wi-Fi credits along with a global entry or TSA pre-check credit. So wrapping all of this together for a $200 annual fee, I'm really just hard-pressed to see the value in it because so many cards these days have global entry credits, and the 9,000 points just really isn't enough to move the needle. I think this is in C tier, but as usual, if you fly Southwest a lot and you're charging a lot to the card, I could see it. Honestly, I think it's just easier to get 3 points back on another card and then just forgo all of the Southwest credits. Next card is the Southwest Rapid Premier Business Card, and this gets you 60,000 points when you spend $3,000 or 2x back on every $1 you spend at Southwest and $1 back on everything else. You get 6,000 points when you renew your card. You also get free checked bags your first and second time, which is kind of cool if you fly Southwest a lot. It does have a $99 annual fee. Again, I'm really hard pressed to see the value here for spending $100. Unless I'm missing something, I just really don't see why this card would be worth $100 a year. The next card on the list and the final business credit card is the United Business Card. And this card I actually think is much better than the other two Southwest cards. You get 75,000 bonus points for spending $5,000 in the first 3 months, 2x back on all United purchases, and 2x back on dining, along with 2x back on gas stations, office supply stores, local transit, commuting, and then 1x back on everything else. Your first bags are free, and this does have a $99 annual fee. The second year, it's waived the first year. However, you can get $100 back when you book a United trip with your card. So getting $100 and paying a $100 annual fee and then getting a $100 credit for it, kind of like a $0 annual fee. And if you're going to be flying United, you're going to be interested in the card. So I think it makes sense. You get 25 back on United in-flight boarding, but honestly, this is really just good for the miles. I don't really know other reasons why you would want to get this card. The bonus multipliers are really just too low to make it truly worth it. But if you are interested in getting cheaper in-flight entertainment because you get 25% back, that makes sense. But honestly, I don't see a whole lot of value here. They're better than the Southwest card for sure. But I'm gonna put this in B tier. Okay, guys, so what do you think of this ranking? If you notice, there's no S tier cards just because there's not very many to choose from. So I'd really like to know what you guys think. Be sure to like this video, comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you guys next time.